districts. Why don't you go out to their districts and show them what their representatives are doing? Instead of sitting up in Washington and throwing your hands up like Hakeem Jeffries and saying, oh, well, what kind of leverage do we have? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We put you there for how many years? You have the power. Do something with it.
Hey, it's Jordan. I am in Flint, Michigan, East Palestine, Ohio, Tumwa, Iowa. Please support the only independent outlet on the ground covering what the corporate media covers up.
Hey, I am Ashley Bishop reporting on the ground live with Status Coup outside of the New York Public Library, where there are thousands of people out here protesting Trump and Musk and their policy of class war on the working class.
I'm out here because we need a change. We need to get rid of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. He's taking our benefits, and those are the things that we're entitled to. So I believe that everybody needs to come out and do their part, especially people that think it's not their fight, like African Americans. Some of them don't think it's their fight, but it's everybody's fight. Everyone's.
Do you feel like the Democrats have been doing enough in this moment?
No, the Democrats have not been doing enough. They have to get tough. They want to be liked. You can't be liked all the time. You have to fight. You have to show that you have some kind of muscle. Something that you have to feel like you have to say what you mean, and you have to stand on your feet and let people know that you're not going to be pushed around anymore. But the Democrats have this thing that they want to be the nice guy. You can't be the nice guy all the time and get what you want. You have to stand up for what you believe in, and you have to stand for the people. And the Democrats, they're disappointing. They need to be tougher.
I'm a Vietnam veteran. I see people who need the service. They're decimating our democracy. They're decimating the VA. This is only part of it, but it is a catastrophe that these vile people are doing this to our democracy. There's not much more you can say. That vile people doing terrible, terrible things. This is unprecedented. This is a historical time. This is. If you can't come out here, you're just going to be kissing our democracy goodbye. This is the least I can do. I'm 80 years old. My God.
Yeah, I think what you guys do is fantastic. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take pictures of the screen and I'll send it out on Facebook and stuff like that, just to show people that there is a lot of reaction to what's going on right now, you know, and you would never know. I mean, look at this. This is massive, and I think it's just a question of getting the word out at this point, and people will realize that we are the majority, like a massive majority.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Is there... Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm really happy to be here. I've been marching my whole life. We've known each other 40 years. I have footage from this is from the 80s, I think, this button.
No martini.
I love you guys' channel and watch it all the time. We just met a guy with a MAGA hat in the coffee shop, and Francis asked him, what did you say?
I think I just said, is that a joke?
Is that a joke? And I said, it's a joke that you're wearing it in New York. Because we're not about that. We're about inclusion. And for them to think that DEI is bad is insane. I have a trans child, and I'm proud. I'm proud of my kid. So anyway, shout out.
Why are you guys out here today?
Because shit is fucked up. We don't know basically what's our future's going to be. Everything is pretty much under attack as far as we can tell. We have Elon Musk. Basically, we don't know what he's doing in the government while he has access to it. We don't know what the future of Social Security is going to be. And then we have Republican, both executive and the legislative branch and judicial branch, honestly, supporting everything that Trump does. And right now, we have no allies outside of the U.S., outside of Israel, who we can trust. I mean, he's making an enemy across the world. For what reason? We have no idea. When we are suffering. I mean, we need health care. We need to know that the environment's not going to fucking kill us all. Excuse my language. I hope that's okay for y'all.
You are perfectly fine.
I mean, we need to. I mean, we're in our 30s right now. You know, even if we wanted to have kids right now, how can we? You know, and then you have this fucking idiot Elon Musk talking about birth rates and stuff like that. It's his mere existence that threatens that. And people like him, the billionaire class and the 0.01% up to the 1%, they threaten democracy with their mere existence and their greed. And they've taken control of our government for the last 50 fucking years, and we have nothing left. They've pillaged across the earth and taken what they needed from all these third world countries, and they brought it back home. What else is there left to do? We need more people to come out here and show people that there are things that can be done. Yeah, you can sit in and make that grand gesture, but do that before you sign in the CR. Do that before you have House votes, so you can stick it to people like Mike Johnson and make them nervous in their districts. Why don't you go out to their districts and show them what their representatives are doing, instead of sitting up in Washington and throwing your hands up like Hakeem Jeffries and saying, oh, well, what kind of leverage do we have? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We put you there for how many years? You have the power. Do something with it. So we're out here. We have no fucking power. We're taken to the streets. I've seen people with stretchers out here. I mean, come on. I saw an 84-year-old woman walking down with a cane.
Assisted walker.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She doesn't know how much longer she has left, but she's doing it for the younger generations. So, I mean, are you serious? You don't know what to do? What kind of leverage you have? Grow some balls.
Yeah.
I had to get that off my chest. Sorry. But,
No, absolutely. Well,
what you guys do on YouTube, by the way.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys talking with us. Have a good rest of your day.
Is disabled and elderly, and she relies on Medicare and
social
security. I mean,
all of those things
I've been marching for years, and I'm tired. And she said, "I'm coming out this time. Come with me." And so I'm here for her.
That's a really lovely story.
My signs, you know. No, I think it's very important that we get out and, you know, the politicians hopefully will pay attention with all these people getting out, because they will be up for election, so they want the people to support them. And they should be talking.
Absolutely. And are you guys happy with how the Democrats have been handling this moment? Do you wish that they were doing more?
I think they're doing all they can. They have zero power. What else can they do? I mean, they're vocal. If you're paying attention, they're vocal. Don't watch the mainstream media, because they're just washing over everything. They're saying they're not doing anything, and it's bull. They're doing everything they can, and they don't have any power, so I don't know what the hell you want from them. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Please.
I worked really hard on the election, okay? I volunteered, spent a lot of time before the election. That was the time to put in the work, and not enough people did it. Now they're out here complaining, and I'm just kind of upset about it.
Fed up with them. Pissed off.
We appreciate all of that. Thank you guys so much. Is there anything else that you'd want to add?
Bulldozer or wrecking, you know, it's okay to, you know, cut down on make things more efficient, but the way they're doing it is making everything more inefficient, because Social Security, people can't get through. They're entitled to benefits. They can't get through. All other departments, nobody can, their offices are closed, everything. That's not being efficient. That's quite the opposite. So why don't they think what they're doing?
Hands off our future! Hands off our future! Hands off our future! Hands off our future!
Talk with us about why you're out here protesting today.
I think he's a bad president. He's not doing good. Making unfair rules. Like it's unfair that he's sometimes he's racist, and that's not very nice towards us people of color. And
that is not very nice. You're right.
All the people who just want to have a life can't, like a regular life, or trans people or people of color can't, because Trump and Elon Musk are trying to block it, and it's really not fair. And people are immigrants who are protesting maybe end up being shipped back to where they came from, and we think that's unfair, because nobody should go back to where they were.
The people are more powerful than the president.
Yeah, totally.
You are right. The people are more powerful than the president.
And Trump does most of this for the money, and he thinks the whole world he wants the whole world to revolve around him, and he does it. He's really selfish. He does what he wants. His laws are what he wants, not what the rest of the people want. Doesn't let anybody else have a voice. Hands off our future. Hands off our future.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Turn around.
Let's see. Don't dare steal from... I'm sorry, what does it say? Don't Elon Musk dare stealing from money from you. Got it. I like it. I like their creativity. Fascists hate facts.
I think scholarship shows that democracies need to get 4-6% of the people when they're under threat. We have examples of this administration ignoring the findings of judges, threatening them. As people say, it's straight out of the authoritarian playbook. It's very much along the lines of what Orban has done in the last few years. And for me, the standing question is, are we going to be Poland and push back, or are we going to fall down and be like Hungary? So everybody, whether or not you hold anything, just physically being here and distributed across the country is meaningful.
Absolutely. That's great. And I would ask, you mentioned that you have arthritis. Do these cuts affect you personally, cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, the social safety net?
I was so angry that I was taking my potato 2 days ago, and I usually put a fork in it, but this time I was jabbing a knife in it, and I went through my thumb. I was so mad. So yes, this does affect me.
I'm so sorry.
All my friends have a play-by-play of it. So yes, I am affected. As everybody is. I think that the only people who aren't affected are people who have more than $30 million in the bank. So we're all affected.
Well, and I think there are people who are profiting this moment, looking and with advance notice, shorting the market, looking for cheap stocks. As with COVID, people are profiting on misery. In every space you look at, I have friends who are immigration lawyers for unaccompanied minors. Their program was cut last week. They were waiting to hear this is the door if there were going to be mass layoffs. A judge reinstituted funds, but as with everything, we wonder whether or not there's going to be compliance. And I can't imagine much more cruel than forcing 8-year-olds to appear in front of an immigration judge without an adult, much less a lawyer.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this is Brad Lander. You are currently comptroller running for mayor of New York City. Yeah. So why are you out here protesting today?
I mean, we're out here to deliver a very clear message to Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Get your hands off our health care, your hands off our budget. No more stealing $80 million from New York City. Hands off our public education. Hands off our immigrant neighbors. Hands off our city.
Absolutely. And have you been personally affected by any of the Trump administration's policies, the dismantling of the, federal government?
I mean, the biggest thing for me was when Elon Musk stole that $80 million. It was my office that discovered it, that raised the alarm bell, and that forced the law department to go into court to get it back. And so we're leading that fight to get that $80 million back. That's the money of the people out here today and not the money of Elon Musk.
Absolutely. And how have you felt about your parties fighting back against Trump and Musk? Do you feel like the Democrats are doing enough right now to fight back against all of this?
I mean, no one is doing enough right now, with the possible exception of Cory Booker. I'll give him his props. Look, you're starting to see the difference, though. You see the law firms that stand up instead of cave. You see the Cornell University that stands up instead of caves. You're seeing some Democrats and some New Yorkers out here fighting back, and we need to be inspired by that courage and do more of it. I mean, our democracy, our economy, our society is at risk from the assault that Trump and Musk are leading on it, and it's time to stand up and fight back.
Because what's going on in our country is absolutely ridiculous and horrifying. People are doing illegal things and there are no consequences. I don't understand, and they're defying our legal statutes, they're defying the Constitution, and they just think they can get away with it. And people are totally incompetent in these jobs that they have. and they're doing untold damage. And, it's easier to break things than to build it back up. And that's my fear, that they're going to do so much damage. It's going to take a long time for us to recover. But we will win. The people will win. I have no doubts about that.
Have you ever seen this level of, all out, just, in the open corruption before?
No, never. I'm old. I've seen a lot of corruption, especially in New York, but never like this in our government. Maybe Nixon, but this is worse. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. It's really obscene.
Stop making America gaslit again.
So we're being gaslit. That's why I'm here, because this is not okay to say to a country that up is down and down is up and black is white and white is black and green is pink. We are part of a democracy. We're part of families. We are part of institutions. And this is not America. This is not okay. That's why I'm here, to answer your question.
The United States is at a historical crossroads. I guess it's similar to France in the 1780s or Germany in the 1930s. The threat to political stability, the breakdown of the rule of law, the destruction of our long-term financial prosperity is just step by step building toward an authoritarian state. And the thing is that it's not like 100 years ago where it was a few kooks who were angry at the Great Depression and the after effects of being unemployed. Today, a large portion of Americans actually want a dictatorship. A lot of Trump rallies, his fans say outright, I want Trump to be our dictator. I want his family to be in charge of the United States for an indefinite amount of time. I want Congress and the courts to be eliminated and us be strictly under the control of the executive branch.
And what do you think our politicians should be doing in this moment, given everything that you just mentioned?
Well, the Constitution is crystal clear that we have separation of powers. It's the purpose of Congress to stand up to the executive branch when they act unconstitutionally, when they go against the courts, etc. The thing is that even with the courts ruling against Trump, he's ignoring their rulings anyway. So Congress are the ones who actually have some level of power to enforce their decisions.